Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Very quickly, for those of you that are new to these videos, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself, seeing the information for the very first time, compared to having already recorded everything and then coming back and doing some sort of voiceover or post commentary. So this is not a trade recap or anything like that. I literally don't know what's coming next. So if you just want a raw, unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. So the plan of action right now is to do some Tesla options at the open, but if a stock comes along, for example, in the next few minutes, then who knows, maybe I'll switch over to that because again, this is live and I don't know what's coming next. But as of now, the plan would be Tesla options, but like I said, that is subject to change. I will pause and I'll be back at the open. I'm going to go for just a single put here at 1625. Thinking Tesla wants to drop down, but I do need it to bounce up here. There we go. So filled here. Now, if it works in my favor, not going to make a bunch. But if it does work in my favor, or excuse me, if it works against me, then I'm not going to lose a whole bunch either. So, but yeah, right now thinking this thing wants to break down below 999 and then get down to 998 and ideally even break below there. But 999 is going to be that first key. There we go. And there we go. So beautiful, nice $135 trade there. So I like it. And potentially interested in playing a pullback if this thing wants to come down some more. So I would be looking to flip over to calls. But again, just on that one, wanted to get my feet wet a little bit, but need to acknowledge that, you know, A+ setup, no, but still a quality setup. Made money on it, but that's, you know, why I wanted to just manage that risk with going with the one contract. Now, yes, again, in hindsight, yeah, I should have done more, but yeah, that's a problem with hindsight. It's easy to say I should have done a bigger position size now that I know what happens. Nvidia, though, looking very interesting here. Almost 218-ish, could be an interesting level. Still got a couple dollars more to go. All right, well, I will go ahead and well, maybe not, it's that far away. Yeah, potentially 218. So I'll keep an eye on that general area, but I will go ahead and pause for now. Okay, I'm at 1650 here in just one put. Once again, this thing is either going to break out through these areas of resistance and I'm going to have to bow out, or it's going to get rejected and come back down. And it's through by a bit. I'm going to give it a little bit more wiggle room than that. Again, I am in at 1650. But let's see if it does indeed want to get rejected back down. No, I don't want 17. That's only 50 bucks. Whoops. Definitely getting very stubborn at this area here. Okay, out there for $5 gain. Was looking for a rejection a little bit quicker than that. Now I feel like it's too much of a coin flip, so I'm just going to go ahead and take my $5. There we go. So, played that one very right then. But yeah, like I said, became a coin flip and felt like it could have done the same thing to the opposite side or what it's doing right now. So that's why, you know, I'm not a coin flip trader. That's gambling. I'm not here to gamble. I want to feel as though I have an edge, and I felt as though I lost the edge. Therefore, I'm out. But at least I walked away with $5 on that one. Again, just one contract, just because in some senses I'm playing with a little bit of fire here because this is an overall bullish context right now. But at least I'm acknowledging the fact that I'm playing with some fire from a risk management standpoint by, my position sizing here. But yeah, if this thing wants to get up around 1010, obviously still a ways to go, then I am certainly interested in, upping my size a bit, because in my mind, 1010 makes a whole lot more sense from a chart standpoint. But maybe even, there we go. Okay. So throughout for 3 contracts at 15. Let's see if it wants to get up to that general area. I will pause for now, and if it looks like it's going to get up around there, I'll get the video rolling. Oops, sorry about that. I missed that first fill. So got filled just 1 contract. I'd like more than 1, so I'm willing to build to have my next order at 14. At this point, let's go to 13. $75. Again, just 1 contract here. Would like to build up for more than just 1. Unless it wants to give me a 50-cent move, which will equate to just a $50 scalp. But ideally, I can get more than 1. Really doesn't want to budge much to the downside. So I'm cutting that one loose for a $35 loss, and we'll start the process over again. But at this point, I'm now going to get a bit more aggressive and go with 3 contracts at 13. Actually, I take that back. Let's see if this thing can get up to 1018. And if it does, I'm going with 5 contracts because I like that area quite a bit. So 1018. Got a ways to go, but it's certainly within strike. In fact, let me get this alert, and you can also see how the chat room works for those of you that are wondering. So Tesla, 1018. Fade. Potential. 5-minute. Based on the 5-minute. So fade, meaning if it gets up to around that area, I could see it not crash, not anything like that, but just, give an ever so slight of a pullback, which, done right, could produce a very quick profit. But as it starts to hover around here a little bit, which is okay. But yeah, let's see if this thing can get up to right around that 1018 mark. But yeah, on that most recent one, just hopped out for the $35 loss, and I'll start the process over again. But yeah, it just wasn't really behaving how I wanted it to, so I'm not going to sit around with it and risk having things just spin out of control because I don't want to take a $35 loss. That seems pretty silly. But okay, I will go ahead and pause. All right, I'm going to go for put here at 12, just 1. See if I can get another one down there at 11. It's right at that key level. That first one was not a good entry point. All right, so $25 loss on that one. Shoot. That's what I get for not being patient. Was not patient. And then that first entry point just cost, it was not a good first entry point. I lost my patience just by a bit. And that's disappointing. Well, I do have another potential chance here at 11.25. Is that right? Yes, 11.25. I'm looking off screen just as an FYI. That's disappointing. No, let me be very clear. I'm not saying I would have made a killing on it, but I would have. It would have been a profitable trade for sure. But instead, had to take a little loss on it just because I wasn't quite patient enough. Got myself a bad first entry point, and I guess in my credit, I quickly acknowledged the fact that it was a bad entry point. All right, 10.25 seemingly coming into play here. Which I like quite a bit. I will go ahead and pause though for now. We're going to go for, once again, a put here at 19.50. Just one. Feels like this thing might want to come back down. Or is it going to come back down and leave me in its dust and not give me a fill? That is the risk I'm taking by trying to get filled here on the bid. No. All right, well, never mind on that one. Canceled my order. Let's see if it does want to come up to 10.25. Not sure it wants to do that anymore, but if it does, I'll be ready and waiting. Okay, I will pause. All right, going to try to pick up a call here at 15.65 here. Maybe I was too slow. Okay, now looking to play a call. And yeah, it does look like I was a bit too slow on that one. Unfortunately, turned away for a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean, I don't know, 10 seconds. Yeah, all right. I'll be interested at 1,000 now at this point. Only $5 away, so I think that is reasonable, but I'll pause. All right, one call here, 15.35 if I can get filled. The white down there means I have not been filled. But if that turns green, then that means I get filled. Well, who knew it would be this hard to get filled for one contract? All right, canceling that out. All right, well, I am being patient, and I'm trying to not force anything, learn from the mistake I had earlier, but at this point, I'm just not getting filled, which is fine. I'm being patient. I'm requiring myself to get good entry points, which are coming at the bid as far as I'm concerned, but that also just is the nature of the market. Sometimes if you want a great entry point, the market's just not going to give it to you. It's not going to hit you at the bid. But yeah, I'm going to go back to if this thing wants to get down to the $1,000 mark, then I would be interested. So I'll go ahead and pause. All right, 15.50 here. Let's see if I can get filled. This thing is either going to bounce or it's not. Well, I guess I'm assuming that I'm going to get filled, which I have not been filled. So let me first see if I can get filled here. All right, I'm going to pause, and I apologize. I guess this could be argued the downside of these live videos, because I thought I was going to get filled for sure there, and I didn't. But I guess the flip side of that argument is, well, this is also the reality of trading, is sometimes you think that, oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to get filled here, and you still don't get filled. So, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. All right, have an order now at 17. My patience paid off by not, by requiring it and then canceling it, because here we have a pretty big pullback. Bit of a guessing game right now, because what is the price of the option going to be when the price of a stock gets down to certain areas? Again, I'm self-admittedly guessing right now what I think the price of the option will be. I think 1550 seems reasonable. Interested at this one down around 993 mark. But I'll go ahead and pause for now. All right, going for, hey, there we go. Filled at 1750, looking for a bounce here. Again, it's filled at 1750. Step one is this thing's got to get up above 998. Again, I am in at 1750. And we'll see if it wants to bounce or not. But where are we at video-wise? Yeah, it's 17 minutes. All right, well, maybe coming back up here. So again, just one contract, because this one could send me right on the day. Granted, I'm up $80, so it's not, it is kind of what it is. But I do like the setup enough to, again, wasn't my ideal setup, but good enough, so I'm going to factor that in with the one contract here. But yeah, it's really just a question of, does it actually want to break up through 998? Well, at this point, I'm glad I only did one contract. So out there for an $80 loss. That timed up well. So back to literally break even on the day. Actually in the red when you factor in commission. So I don't know, let's call it down $10. So started off and then just bled myself down. But I mean, I don't want to be too overly dramatic about it. Now, had I been up like $1,135, okay, now that's a bit different, but I was up $135. I still do like it, though, at $991. So let's see if I can get $991. I'll go ahead and pause. And there it goes back up, and I'm just purely frustrated at this point, so I need to just wrap it up before I do something that I know I shouldn't do. It's okay to be frustrated as traders. It's okay to feel emotions. The key is recognize the emotions, realize that you are being emotional so that you know how to deal with them. And in this situation, I am definitely feeling frustrated. Definitely just nothing really, just a completely blah type of day. But again, not to make myself sound like I'm some sort of fantastic trader, but at least I acknowledged it was a blah type of day. And that's why I literally did one contract the entire day. If you watch past videos, you've seen me do, 5 contracts. So, I mean, it's just blah. And I dealt with it by doing one contract, which of course didn't make me a whole lot of money when I was right, But as you saw here, it certainly didn't kill me at all when I was wrong, as I've, like I said, we'll call it down $10 on the day with commissions, if even that. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I need to move on, and it is what it is. So these days happen. It's part of the business. Unfortunately, you can't make great gains every single day. Sometimes you just got to survive, and this was completely just a survival day for me. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, wrap things up. If you enjoy these live videos, do a couple things for me. Hit that like button, leave a simple comment, say hi, tell me what you traded today. But those two things go a long way in communicating to me that you enjoy these videos. And as long as I know that people are enjoying, then I will continue to create these sorts of live trade videos. So everybody take care and have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.